Welcome to the Discourse Analyzer AI Toolkit, where articles come alive. You're listening to the audio version of our article. For the full text and an interactive experience, check out the link in the description below. Interact with any selection using our AI assistant to enhance your understanding. Let's explore.
Foundations of Post-Colonial Theory in Discourse Analysis. The exploration into the key concepts of post-colonial theory and the critical approaches within discourse analysis illuminates the profound depths at which language and power intersect, shaping and reshaping the fabric of society. This journey reveals how post-colonial theory, with its focus on concepts such as Orientalism, othering, hybridity, and subaltern studies, deeply interrogates the remnants of colonial power dynamics embedded within discourses. Concurrently, the nuanced lenses of Foucauldian discourse analysis, critical discourse analysis, CDA, and multimodal discourse analysis provide robust methodologies for deconstructing these discourses, offering insights into the construction of knowledge, identities, and societal norms. Together, these theoretical frameworks and analytical approaches equip scholars and practitioners with the tools to critically examine the complexities of contemporary discourses, challenging the enduring legacies of colonialism and the multifaceted relations of power that permeate communicative practices. 1. Key concepts in post-colonial theory. Post-colonial theory, deeply intertwined with discourse analysis, offers a rich tapestry of concepts that challenge and unpack the complexities of colonial legacies, power dynamics, and identity formations. These concepts are instrumental in examining how discourse perpetuates, resists, and transforms the colonial gaze and its aftereffects. Below are foundational concepts in post-colonial theory that have significantly influenced discourse analysis. 1. Orientalism. Definition. Coined by Edward Said in his seminal work, Orientalism, this concept critiques the representation of the East by the West. Orientalism refers to a pervasive Western tradition of dominating, restructuring, and having authority over the Orient, Asia, North Africa, the Middle East, through discourse. Significance in discourse analysis. Orientalism is crucial for understanding how discursive practices construct the East as exotic, backward, or uncivilized, serving to justify colonial rule. Discourse analysts use this concept to critique contemporary media, literature, and political discourse that perpetuate stereotypes and power imbalances between the West and the East. 2. Othering and identity. Definition. Othering is a process through which dominant groups define those they consider different, the other, in ways that demean, marginalize, or exoticize. This process is pivotal in constructing identities, both of the self and of the other, often positioning the other as inferior or alien. Significance in discourse analysis. The concept of othering is used to analyze how language creates and reinforces social divisions and hierarchies. It explores how identities are constructed in opposition to one another and how such constructions justify social exclusion or dominance. 3. Hybridity, mimicry, and ambivalence. Definition. Homi Bhabha introduced these concepts to describe the complex interactions between colonizers and the colonized. Hybridity refers to the creation of new cultural identities that emerge from the blending of colonial and native cultures. Mimicry is the ambivalent process by which colonized people simultaneously imitate and resist the colonizers, leading to a mocking form of imitation. Ambivalence highlights the contradictory ways in which the colonized regard the colonizer, oscillating between imitation and rejection. Significance in discourse analysis. These concepts are applied to examine the nuanced ways in which colonial discourses are appropriated, resisted, and transformed. They help in understanding the complexity of post-colonial identities and the inherent tensions within discourses of modernity, civilization, and resistance. 4. Subaltern studies. Definition. Originating from the work of the Subaltern Studies Group, this concept focuses on the history and voices of those marginalized by colonial narratives,
particularly in South Asia. The term subaltern refers to populations that are socially, politically, and geographically outside the hegemonic power structure.
Significance in discourse analysis. Subaltern studies challenge mainstream historical narratives and discourses that marginalize or silence certain voices. This concept encourages discourse analysts to uncover and amplify the narratives and perspectives of those traditionally overlooked, questioning who gets to speak and whose voices are heard in public discourses. These foundational concepts of post-colonial theory play a crucial role in discourse analysis by providing tools to critique, understand, and deconstruct the complex legacies of colonialism in contemporary discourses. They encourage a critical examination of how language constructs and contests identities, power relations, and cultural intersections, shedding light on the ongoing impact of colonialism in shaping global societies and interactions. 2. Critical approaches in discourse analysis. Critical approaches in discourse analysis, such as Foucauldian discourse analysis, critical discourse analysis, CDA, and multimodal discourse analysis, offer nuanced frameworks for understanding the complex interrelations between discourse, power, society, and culture. These methodologies extend the scope of traditional discourse analysis by emphasizing the role of discourse in the production of knowledge, the perpetuation of power relations, and the construction of social identities. Each approach brings its unique perspectives and tools to the analysis of texts and communicative practices, contributing to the rich diversity of critical discourse studies. 1. Foucauldian discourse analysis. Definition. Rooted in the work of French philosopher Michel Foucault, this approach focuses on how discourses construct subjects and objects, enabling and limiting the possibilities for thought and action. Foucault's concept of discourse is tied to power and knowledge, where discourses not only reflect or represent the world but also constitute it, making certain actions possible while precluding others. Key concepts: power, knowledge, discursive formations, subject positions, governmentality. Application. Foucauldian discourse analysis is applied to explore how discourses in various fields – medicine, law, psychiatry, etc. – define what is considered true or false, normal or abnormal, shaping social practices and individual identities. Researchers analyze the rules and conditions that govern discourses, looking at historical shifts and the role of institutions in the production of knowledge. 2. Critical discourse analysis, CDA. Definition. CDA is an interdisciplinary approach aimed at understanding social problems through the lens of discourse. It posits that language is a form of social practice that both reflects and shapes societal structures, ideologies, and power relations. CDA seeks to uncover the often hidden connections between discourse, power, and inequality. Key concepts: ideology, hegemony, discourse as social practice, intertextuality. Application. CDA is used to analyze a wide range of texts, including media content, political speeches, educational materials, and everyday language, to reveal how discourses contribute to the maintenance of social dominance and inequalities. It emphasizes the importance of context in analyzing texts and aims to contribute to social change by highlighting and challenging oppressive discursive practices. 3. Multimodal discourse analysis. Definition. Recognizing that communication goes beyond written or spoken language, multimodal discourse analysis examines how meaning is made through various modes, such as text, image, sound, gesture, and spatial layout, and their interaction within specific cultural and social contexts. This approach is informed by the understanding that different modes contribute uniquely to the construction of meaning. Key concepts: modes, multimodality, semiotic resources, intermodality. Application. Multimodal discourse analysis is particularly relevant in the analysis of digital media, advertising, film, and urban spaces, where meaning is conveyed through complex combinations of modes. Researchers analyze how these modes work together to produce particular effects, construct identities, and negotiate power relations. These critical approaches in discourse analysis offer powerful frameworks for exploring the intricate ways in which discourses shape and are shaped by social realities.
By focusing on the interplay between language, power, and society, Foucauldian discourse analysis, critical discourse analysis, and multimodal discourse analysis contribute to a deeper understanding of the socio-political dimensions of discourse and highlight the potential for discourse analysis to affect social critique and transformation. Conclusion. The intricate weave of post-colonial theory and critical approaches in discourse analysis presents a compelling framework for dissecting and understanding the discourses that continue to shape global societies in the shadow of colonialism. Through the lens of post-colonial theory, concepts such as Orientalism, othering, and the voices of the subaltern emerge as pivotal in unraveling the narratives that have historically marginalized and silenced diverse identities and cultures. These concepts not only challenge the colonial residues in contemporary discourse but also encourage a reimagining of identities and power structures through the lenses of hybridity and mimicry. Simultaneously, critical methodologies in discourse analysis, ranging from Foucauldian insights into the power-knowledge nexus to CDA's focus on ideology and hegemony, and extending to the rich terrain of multimodal discourse analysis, underscore the role of discourse in constructing and contesting realities. This synthesis of post-colonial theory with discourse analysis methodologies enables a comprehensive critique and transformation of discourses, highlighting the potential for language to both perpetuate and dismantle structures of power.
In this light, the union of these theoretical and analytical frameworks stands as a testament to the ongoing struggle for decolonization and equity, offering pathways for the critical examination and reconfiguration of the discourses that shape our understanding of the world.
Frequently asked questions. What is Orientalism, and why is it significant in discourse analysis? Orientalism is a concept developed by Edward Said to describe the West's depiction of the Orient as exotic, backward, or uncivilized. It's significant in discourse analysis for understanding how these depictions create stereotypes and power imbalances, perpetuating colonial attitudes in modern discourses. How does the concept of othering contribute to discourse analysis? Othering is the process of defining those perceived as different in a demeaning or marginalizing manner. In discourse analysis, it's used to explore how language reinforces social divisions, justifying dominance or exclusion by constructing identities in opposition to an inferior, other. Why are subaltern studies important in discourse analysis? Subaltern studies focus on the perspectives of those marginalized by colonial narratives. In discourse analysis, this approach helps uncover and amplify voices typically silenced, questioning mainstream narratives and highlighting the diversity of experiences and perspectives in discourse. What is Foucauldian discourse analysis? Rooted in Michel Foucault's work, this approach examines how discourses construct subjects and realities, governed by power, knowledge dynamics. It's applied to explore how societal norms and truths are established, reflecting and shaping social identities and practices. How does critical discourse analysis, CDA, differ from traditional discourse analysis? CDA is an interdisciplinary approach focusing on the relationship between discourse and societal issues, particularly power and inequality. It aims to uncover how language practices reflect and influence social structures and ideologies, advocating for social change by challenging oppressive discourses. What is multimodal discourse analysis, and where is it applied? Multimodal discourse analysis explores meaning-making beyond language, considering text, image, sound, and other modes in communication. It's particularly relevant for analyzing digital media, advertising, and urban spaces, offering insights into how different modes interact to construct meanings and negotiate power relations. How do these critical approaches in discourse analysis enhance our understanding of social realities? By examining the role of discourse in constructing knowledge, identities, and power relations, these approaches reveal the socio-political dimensions of language use. They provide a framework for critiquing and understanding the complex ways in which discourses shape and are shaped by societal contexts, advocating for awareness and transformation of oppressive practices.